If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Alright, welcome back to part 3 of week 6 of our Castle Strahd game. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this, to like and subscribe. If you're watching it on YouTube, and if you're watching it on Twitch, don't forget to support the channel by hitting that subscribe button if you feel generous. Thank you. Sucky $5. Love you long time.
A sub for that.
$5, James. Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, I'm fucking cheap, alright? Is that okay?
Have some
I don't have a problem with
self-respect.
that. I'm okay
Have some
with
self-respect. Charge him 10.
Yeah, at least a tenner, James. You're worth it.
that. Let's be real. If you're gonna charge 10, you might as well charge 5. Come on now.
Well, I mean...
Exactly. Look, I'm not going to price myself out of business, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, where were we? So, you was all in the... You're still all in the
Right
thingy
in the
room.
middle of casting identify rituals.
Well, we're done, actually. That's all we had to do, so we're out.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
You should help me move this guy's dad over to the crypt.
Yeah, let's just everybody kind of pitch in to get that done, to where these people can kind of do it.
Don't just heavy lift it.
I think we need to get
We'll do like this.
So Ishmael
We'll
will
put
say
him on
he will say we do have a coffin for him.
We should put him in the coffin, put him on his shoulder, you know, do the whole dance, you know.
Well, he says well first we probably should go speak with
Come on now, what's all this? We gotta do this first. We gotta do this first. So let's just carry the coffin over there.
Get it done.
And do you want him buried today or not?
I assume you have to speak to the father of the church. Though,
Yes, we need to speak to Donovich first.
Donovich. That sounds un-Russian. Okay. Let's go speak to Father Donovich.
I assume we're all in agreement on this. We deal with the body, then we get ready to travel and take the Lady Arena to the city to be safe. Yes?
Of course.
Sure.
Do a better job than I, Ark, of keeping down today's breakfast.
I would have thought you would have had a stronger stomach, Nehru.
I also would have thought that. But apparently eating from the Underdark does not prepare you for curdled milk.
Apparently eating the cast off from the gutter does. So, we each have our own histories.
There was milk in that? No wonder I rejected it.
Not milk.
Because your system's so robust, it's kicking back milk.
Yeah. It knows when something is tainted.
So are you going to take the body directly over, or are you going to go over and speak to Father Donovich first, or what order do you want to do this in?
I left it to Ishmark because it's his dad, so...
She says we should go speak to Father Donovich first.
Okay, well, I prepped your father for movement, so it won't take very long should we come back and get him.
He nods.
Okay.
So you head out onto the streets of Barovia, or the village of Barovia, I guess.
Oh, sorry. Before we head out, I'm just going to grab Ishmael. One quick question, my friend. The populace of this charming place, how would they react to, well, the horns, the skin, the smell of brimstone, etc.? Am I best obscuring this?
He says they will act with fear and potentially anger at the sight of you.
Of course you will, the unwashed masses of the Permanent Republic. As he's mumbling to himself, Arius is just going to snap his fingers, and the human version of him stands as he uses disguise self to obscure his appearance.
This is
better.
Does he have an issue with gnomes and the earth?
Does he have an issue with what?
The gnome, me, that is me, and the elf.
No, he
They
pats you on the head, Freckles, and goes, "We have no issue with children."
See, Freckle, you're all right.
I'm not a.
You're all right.
Child, shush.
I lean down.
Okay,
I lean
so-
down and I whisper in Freckles' ear, "You are now the baby." I'm kidding. Let's go. Come on.
I do not know how I feel about these.
How do they react to Naroon? He says they won't want to string you up instantly like your friend Arius here.
And I suppose, with all due respect, that's an improvement.
If you want to people to like you more, I have this makeup kit. I could do a makeup for you and make you look pretty, but also human.
With all due respect, I think these, and I point to my very obviously pale lilac eyes, I think these are going to cause more of a problem.
We could put like a little, like a veil over your eyes or something. Maybe some, maybe like a mask. Something to draw away the attention from the eyes. There are ways to trick people. Like I worship God, little God. I know how to trick people.
I got a helmet he can just put on his head.
That would work. That is a good idea. That is a good
Or
option.
I just keep the hood over my face.
Hey, Freckle.
I mean, I guess we could do that as well.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Hey, Freckle.
Do that.
You should just call me Daddy from now on. That'll make things easier.
I concur.
You are,
Okay.
after all, the child now, so... Child, which one your father?
What?
It's the mum.
Well, if they will see you as a child, we know
Think of all the proselytizing you can do to all the orphan children in Barovia.
What is
I
that?
am
Well,
too an
explain
orphan
it to
this
me.
time.
All the preaching.
Oh yes.
Bring all the children to the glory of Garl Gold.
Oh, maybe. Get them while they're young.
Yes, impressionable.
And remember that power comes with a title that you give me, which is Daddy. So.
Okay. Anyway, okay. So Ishmark leads you over to the church of the village of Bravia.
Okay, now this is on the map. This is the one at the north, right?
Yeah, with the big, with the graveyard in it.
Okay.
Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillared stones that support Castle Ravenloft stands a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assault of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. Nathan, are you muted?
This place has seen better days.
Yes, this is.
I just spotted one of the flies that I can hear because I've done.
I'm not going near the graveyard. Just so you know.
Also, probably best you don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, actually, Ark's still in the Burgomaster's house searching for secret doors. That's what.
That's true.
Compulsion.
I have compulsive disorder, so.
I'm sure you would have got it out of your system last night.
No.
He was thinking something else. No.
I could actually just. Do I have the Church of Bravia? Hang on. Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna go up to like.
You don't really need it if we're just bringing this guy into the crypt and.
No, I'm just gonna. I just want to share the animated image I got because it's nice. Right.
Okay.
Find the image.
Alright, fingers crossed it
Copy.
works.
Fingers crossed it works. That's right.
Copy draw. No, it will be a link. I'm gonna throw it in Discord.
Oh, that's a caught up. Oh my god.
Oh well, it's too. Or I'll just throw it. Or I'll just throw it in the. Actually, I'll just throw it in the
Yeah, it's
Twitch
right in
chat.
Zoom. Oh, okay.
I can't because otherwise it will mess up my cameras.
Switch it then.
It's phone up.
Okay.
Alright, let's see.
So let's see. Oh, we gotta hit play. We gotta. Oh, that is a really cool picture. I'll give you that.
How
That's
quaint
still loading.
and dilapidated.
Loading.
Is that the castle in the background?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like that. No wonder this place is cursed.
Yeah, it's a big old fuck off castle.
That's
Yes.
homey.
So,
I like
who walks up? Who's heading up to the door?
me.
Well, aren't we
Yeah.
carrying this coffin?
No, we left that
No,
back
we
at the
didn't
house.
carry him yet.
The heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Oh, this does not seem like a very good place.
No, it seems like a pleasant battle.
Something? I mean,
I'll draw my sword and open the door and go in.
but I want to.
What do you want to do?
We have to go talk to this guy.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what-
okay,
also
by all
perceive
means,
the
I'll
traps.
sheathe my sword and step aside, and you can go in.
Is anyone else's map black?
No.
What?
Oh, it's
Of the
loaded
church-
now.
of
Don't
the
worry.
church, yeah. Still loading.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Oh God, no. Yeah,
Obviously-
I'll take point. I'll just
Ob-
go open the door.
Obviously, I don't know if I do. Oh, if I do that, I can then make sure that Jesse behaves himself.
At least we just settle at the back as a group and just wait for someone to take the lead and head on in.
You know,
Yeah, we
take
should
my
probably-
fist
we
and
should-
knock on the door.
We should probably be cautious. Caution is always a good idea.
Perhaps I should go in ahead.
I think he's just
Why?
banging his fist on the door
Just
right now.
Ark, why are you knocking on the door of a church? Don't you just normally just go inside a church?
It's just polite to knock.
He's being
Yeah.
polite.
Yeah, it's just polite to let everything know in there that something's outside about to come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when there's
Consent.
claw marks and burn marks on the door. Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
go up then into the room and
So the doors creak open ominously,
Oh, so it's consensual opening. That's fine.
to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see the chapels are strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
I'm okay, you know.
I don't like this church.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
I'm done going in buildings with creepy shit inside.
Sorry,
Can't
did
we
I
just
mention-
bury him?
Did I mention I was a Jehovah's Witness?
Maybe we can bury him under the front steps like the baby.
Yeah, I agree.
I rush in to
Oh,
see what I can do to help.
I mean, we could just leave, Eve. If you want me, let's just head
Yeah, I
off.
just, do you know
Yeah,
what?
I'm
I just
just-
had a death house experience, you know?
Ark, you're squishy. Don't rush in, you're squishy.
I'll draw my blade. I'm like, oh, what are we waiting for? I draw my blade and I walk in.
Oh, fine. Eve isn't a pussy. Let's all go in then.
You know, I think
I'll
that is what
get
you
the
said
voice
last
down.
time.
Yeah, I know. But was not like I'm just saying Freckle and Garrett both was like, let's go into the death house. That'd be great. That'd be a great idea.
So,
We
as you
have-
enter the chapel itself, it appears to be in utter shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in solid vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up to the bell tower.
What in
Is
the
he hanging
9 hells
himself?
happened here?
About to hang himself? What's going on?
It is the pull for the
Oh.
bell, I think.
Is that Ishmark?
No, that's.
Oh, I need to get
that's
Ishmark, don't I? Hang on. Give me a sec.
Who's this guy up top?
That's the
That's
priest.
Donovich. That's Donovich, presumably.
Oh.
James, when you gave the description, is it because Donovich is busy hanging himself?
No, he's not hanging himself.
Okay, just
Okay.
checking.
I mean, you missed the only hanged person I've met that's in the game in the Death House. You just went past his house completely.
Oh well.
Yeah, there's a hanged person in Death House.
Did we go back?
Yes. Yeah,
Was
you
he
missed it. It was the father. That's why the father was missing, because he hung himself.
When
Spoilers.
when we beat it and put it on hard mode in our second playthrough, we'll find him.
Hard mode. Mm-hmm.
Sure to check all the houses then.
We probably all die on hard mode.
Right. On hard mode, there is no death house.
It's
All roll
just death.
d20s.
It's just
from-
fight after fight after.
As you sort of like all start entering in the chapel, you hear a voice, a young man's voice, cry out from below the floorboards. Father, I'm starving.
Okay.
There may be a sound effect in a minute if Danny's still here.
Oh.
Father
Danny.
Donovich, I presume.
He looks
Danny
up.
Donovich.
He looks up and goes, "Yes, my son. How may I help you?"
I should say, how can we help you? Why are you keeping children locked in the floorboards?
He says, "Do not mind yourself with that."
Okay.
I kind of point to the holy symbol on my tabard. I'm like, it's kind of my job to worry about things
Yes.
like that.
I will, as a child, I will say that we shouldn't do that to children. You aren't gonna lock me into the floorboards.
He says, he looks you up and down. He says, I do not put gnomes in the undercroft.
You know what I am.
Then what,
Oh, you're
Father,
not his type.
do you put in the undercroft?
He says, it is unfortunately. He says, I do not wish to trouble you with my problems.
Well,
I think from my friend's words, from Garrett's words, if we do not have explanation, we will assume a child is down there, and then it will be our interest in your problems.
He says, my son was taken a few nights ago
By who?
by the devil.
And who's the devil?
I'll point to the
I think we all-
castle on the hill.
I think we all just point to Ravenloft.
Every single one of us.
I have to make sure.
Okay, while you were looking for secret doors, it was explained to us that we don't.
He says,
That we don't refer to him as his name.
he says, I can't bring myself to kill my son. I
Why
must,
would you kill him?
because he has been turned.
Yeah.
Vampire, I assume. A leech.
He
of
nods.
life.
He nods and he says, I'm trying to find a cure. I'm praying to my Lord, the Lord of Light, to help guide me towards a cure, to possibly save my son.
Yes.
Well, the Lord does work in mysterious ways. Maybe he,
Yes.
put us here because of that.
Yeah. He can. The gods can only do so much. You must do action.
At this talk, Alice is just going to snort very softly under his breath and just turn to the door next to him and try and open it instead of paying attention now that that's been mentioned. He has no belief in faith, so.
As advocates of the god, of gods, we will assist you in this endeavor.
Well, finding a cure, or then I'll motion without the Donovich looking like taking care of the kid.
So,
because I'm not comfortable with that.
So, Arius, time and neglect have punctured holes in the ceilings of this mouldy room, which contain a few broken roof shingles amidst puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor, held shut with a chain and a padlock. A young man's screams of anguish can be heard through the door.
I'm just going to lean out into the hall. He is a leech upon life, a being of darkness. It would be better to kill him, release the soul of the child he once was. But discuss it in realms of your deities and gods if you must.
Yes.
Father Donovich goes, you will not dare lay a finger on my son. There must be a way of curing him.
Yeah, we don't listen to the man who has no faith yet has had restorative magic of gods placed on him before. Don't. He's not calling the shots.
Gods do not extend beyond tricks and powers.
We'll see what we can do. There's nothing we can do now.
Hang on. Sorry.
Yes.
How does a fucking skeptic or atheist exist in D&D?
But basically, Arius doesn't deny the power of the gods or their existence. He just doesn't think putting faith in them is worth anything. He doesn't think
Except you got two living examples of people having faith.
And you were downed and passed out and dying, and you got saved.
I never said it's a completely same point of view.
So there's no,
He just thinks they're not that great.
Yeah.
You know, like
Fair.
you can
No value
believe
in
in.
it, besides the fact you brought me back from the dead.
You can
Probably
draw.
more agnostic than atheist.
You can draw on the power of a god, sure, but that doesn't mean praying to the god will make them intervene in any manner. That's his view.
Yeah, and he probably doesn't trust that the fact that this god brought him back, he has good intentions.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. He basically doesn't put any trust in the structure of religion. Doesn't put any trust on the idea of calling upon the gods, or, in his mind, in putting the idea of good and graciousness onto a god. That's his point of view, basically.
Yeah.
So he's not an atheist. He doesn't deny the gods. He's more agnostic.
So you're a deist, not a theist.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't deny the gods. The gods are there. It's obvious the gods are there. It's just he doesn't think they should be given worship. Is probably the best way to put it.
Right. Okay.
Sorry. Pardon me.
Fair enough.
So, Father Donovich,
He nods, yes. Yes, my
the
son.
main reason we've come to visit this fine Barovian morning is good Master Ishmark's father has been dead for some days now and needs to be put into the family crypt. Can you assist us with that?
He says, well, there are things we need to do. We need to prepare. We'll need to prepare the grave.
Okay. Of course, I'll assist with that.
Did I say the Lord of Light is the Morning Lord? Sorry, I got that completely wrong. Yeah, he says, and he says, we will have to do it at dawn tomorrow.
Of course.
Why do we have to do it at dawn tomorrow?
Because it's the morning. Because that is the time that the Morning Lord blesses for us to do.
Yeah. It's tradition.
It is the Dawn Father's faith. Even I, one who has no faith in your own words, Garrett understands that.
Okay.
Jesse, you muted.
Where's the crypt? Can we see it first?
Well, he says he says it needs to be dug.
Oh, we're just gonna put him in the ground. He's got a plot outside.
He nods.
Okay. Well.
And
Everybody else-
he also says as well, and before we fully bury the body, we must obviously put the sacrificial put the stones on top of the coffin.
So, in the morning, we bring you the corpse. We dig the grave now. That way it's out of the way. And we have to wait till tomorrow, right?
He nods.
Yes. What of these stones? Are they do they have any special properties, or are they just regular stones?
He says they keep the lid on.
Oh, that would be that makes sense. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So I go to Ishmark. Is that okay with you, Ishmark?
He says that is perfect. That is acceptable. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hang out here and start digging. So.
Is it just you who's hanging out, or is there going to be other people?
I can also dig.
I assume Ishmark will help too, since it's his damn dad.
Yeah, he will help.
A little shovel. Use my home strength.
He's
Start
Nina
digging.
with us.
You've got a 13th strength there, little brandy bucks.
Hey, you're fucking stronger than me.
I've got
Yeah,
a
you can-
17. I'm good.
Wait. I'm stronger than you?
He
Mm-hmm.
was
You're a
last
fighter?
time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're like a little
Well.
ball of muscle.
Nice.
Dude, I'll fuck you up.
It doesn't seem like I'm very muscular. Like but it's there.
You got a low center of gravity. You got some leverage.
Eve,
It's like the Basque people.
Eve, what is it you wish to do? I can't hear you then, Emily.
It's gonna
He's
help
not saying
dig a
it.
hole.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Eve is digging as well.
Yeah.
Nerun? Ark?
I am not exactly used to this. My culture, we have a slightly different way of doing things. We have what I guess you would call a sacrificial burial, in which the corpse is left beyond the city limits to be devoured upon by the creatures of the Underdark, and then whatever remains is then gathered.
I dig that long antidote just means that you won't be digging either.
Yes.
Yes. And yourself, Ark? But there will be
I want to
devoted
go. I want to go look at the child while they're doing that. Just inspect it, not get close to it, and not touch it.
Ask the father for permission then.
Father Donovich says, unfortunately, I have lost the key to the
I just want to see him.
Unfortunately, I've lost the key to the trapdoor, so unfortunately, you can't see him.
It would be easy enough to pick the lock,
Inside
father.
check.
Okay, yeah, give us an insight roll. I've got so much. I need a bigger screen.
Can Arius do the insight check as well?
If you want.
Yeah.
Hey, now I've got lot picking stuff as well.
23.
Let me just find insight. Sorry. Insight, where's insight?
Out of character, if you guys let this vampire loose, you're on your own dealing with it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at.
Oh, I'm
I'm
not
not
letting
gonna-
anything
We're off.
loose.
We're off in the field digging. It's gonna take
We're
us
not
some
opening
rounds to
that
get
lock.
here.
That's for sure.
If you want to see the child, you have to open the lock.
Yeah,
Well,
if you want to see
no.
the child, that lock needs to be open.
Okay,
Yes.
but if that's the only thing that's keeping the child away from us, then that's going to stay locked, and we're not going to fuck with it.
Yeah, fuck the lock. Keep him locked.
But I can yell through the door and say, "Hey, are you okay?"
Do it, you will
Why-
probably respond to that
he's
he's
Be like,
hungry.
no.
So,
Oh, thirst.
Naroon, he has been completely genuine.
Oh, he has no idea. Well, that's disconcerting that he doesn't know where the key is to his son.
It would be easy enough to pick the lock. It would not be of any difficulty, Father, to remove
But
that.
perhaps it would be best not to disturb the sun.
Yeah, I'm curious, Father. What would you do if your son is to break free? A leech upon the world, a leech upon life that you are kept as he is, for somewhat sentimental value, some affection left with the corpse that now walks.
He looks at you and he sort of turns red, like almost like he says there must still be hope in this land.
The fool's currency, I see. Thank you. That answers my questions.
I suggest you leave this church.
Eris, you're a little bit of a dick since you've woken back up from death, aren't you?
Pardon me for one who stood within the silence, the chill and quiet of death itself. Ark. I would be happy to introduce it to you if you so wish. I'm just going to turn around and walk out the church.
I step aside and let him walk past me.
Who put the bee in his bonnet?
Mr. Grumpy Pants needs to go cool off.
Perhaps
Someone
it
needs a
would be-
nap.
Someone's got some
Perhaps it would
Jesus
be
issues.
best if I go with Eris and make sure that the locals do not string him up. I believe was the term used.
He looks human.
Oh, is he using his disguised self?
Yeah.
For the time.
You're the one wearing long sleeve clothes, pair of gloves, and my helmet.
I'm not wearing your helmet. I'm wearing a hood, and basically I look like
Palpatine.
yeah.
Yeah. Just the
Pretty
hood.
much.
Yeah.
You should have let Freckle put Dave Chappelle whiteface on you.
God.
Good lord.
I just realized how like problematic that would be. Like it just clued into it. And let's not do
Putting
that.
on
Just gonna smear
human
foundation all over you.
It would just be, like a skin color that's like not like purplish black or whatever color skin you are.
face. I mean, it's like a dull gray. I could just say I was given a disease when I was younger.
Yeah, because
Well,
that's
then-
better. Walking around saying you're infectious.
Well, I'll just I'll make the gray look a little bit more like make
Touch
you look
me.
more alive.
It's a lot of blush.
Some blush.
I say this with the
Cameron,
utmost respect.
your suggestion there sounds very much similar to your Grand Admiral Thrawn idea you had in a Star Wars game once.
Just come on, Nate Roon. Just let Freckle drag you up.
Touch me with the makeup, and I will not hesitate.
He says, "Please, please, this is a place of worship."
He's
Forgive
trying to
me.
glam you up.
You would look so pretty if you would just let me put on a little bit of
Makeup
makeup.
is above my
Little
station.
blush, little bit of some stuff.
Freckle,
Be your
makeup-
station now.
It is above my station. Makeup was only reserved for the matriarchs.
But don't you feel inside like you're a matriarch?
Fight the matriarchy.
Yeah, but they're
Big
probably
guess
color in your
particular.
hair.
Telling a drow out. Jeez.
Put on some makeup.
Things to be taken out of context, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh god. Things to take out of context, and also the thought of telling a drow that.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I will. Forgive me, Father. I'm going to go check on our friend, and perhaps I look to Ishmak. Is there a common area, a marketplace in Barovia?
Well, he says we do have a Bill Drafts merchantile.
Mercantile. Yeah.
That's like a general shop.
Would they perchance happen to sell darts? Not the.
Like a dartboard.
No. Like these, and I pull out slowly, and with utmost reverence to the father because someone is cutting their nails.
Is someone cutting their nails?
Sorry. Had to get a hang up.
Don't do it.
It's always you.
Always Jesse,
It's
no matter
always
what.
you.
It's always
the other
Jesse.
time it was James.
Yeah, it was me once.
Yes. I'll show one of the combat darts that I have.
Oh, he says that.
Nasty.
He says yes. Head to the town square. It's in the square, the town square. You should. It's practically opposite the Blood on the Vine
Excellent.
tavern.
I believe Arius wished to talk to the owners.
He says, "Oh, I hope he speaks to them with a bit more respect than he spoke to me with. 'Cause they don't stand for any shit."
We'll intend to do that.
He says they're also Vanessa. Oh my god, I forgot what they're called.
Vistani?
Vistani.
Yeah, we won't hold that against him.
Much.
I will turn to this and say, if you wish to dig the hole, perhaps myself and Arius can try to get to see the everyday lives of Barovians. If nothing else. I will leave the digging to you, and I give a bow to the father.
Okay.
Because it's a sign of respect, and I will go join Arius outside, but give him like 10 feet of space in case he's still fuming.
Do not walk in my shadow, Neroon. Walk beside me.
Okay, so who's helping dig in the grave?
I'm helping.
What
It's
about you?
Me, Freckle. It's Freckle, me, and Ishmark.
And Eve.
Eve.
And Eve.
It's always
Awesome.
it's always the
Okay,
cleric and the
and what
paladin,
about
right?
and what's Ark doing?
I'll be their cheering section.
He's gonna hang up at the trapdoor and just knock on it, bugging the shit out of the guy that's trapped in there.
No, I'm just gonna go cheer them on to hurry up and get this done.
I'll let you out if you tell me if there are any secret doors down there.
Oh, there's
Not once
loads.
for
There's a secret door in every wall.
Don't tell him that.
Come down and see it.
No,
Why don't you come
do
down
it.
and see it?
Oh, there might be a secret door over here. Yes.
There's not. Don't tell him.
Right.
Okay.
Did I stumble on it? Okay.
So you probably spend about an hour or two digging this grave, and I mean, you do notice that you dig. You know, the father does come out, and he sort of helps with it as well. You all sort of look over at Ark, who's doing sweet FA, and and you dig quite a bit deeper than you would say in Faroon.
Does he want us to go 8 feet deep?
Pretty much, yeah.
8 feet deep. Good thing we got rope and shit to get in out of this hole. Unless there's a ladder.
There's a ladder. While they're doing this, what is Arius and Naroon doing?
Since I assume Neroon wants to go shopping, Arius will accompany him, and when that time limit on his disguise self would be up, he'd recast it, by the way.
Okay.
Just so that's
You do see people milling around. They generally stare at Naroon. In fact, they probably stare at both of you, but they stare more intently at Naroon as he sort of walks by any of them. You also notice that, if they're near their door or their house, they sort of, when they see you come in, they sort of go inside and close their door.
just to give a description as well, Avis's human form has like the same facial structure.
Yeah, I understand. But they're not
Very
reacting
pale
to you. They're reacting to Naroon.
And I'm just giving the description just so it's
Yeah.
can be established. It's very pale skin
I mean,
and a shock of red hair.
all they'd see is me, just a bunch of robes moving around and a pair of lilac eyes, if they looked intently.
Yeah, you just look awfully suspicious.
If you are concerned with my wrath or anger, Nerun, just go about your business. It does not matter. You only concern yourself with it.
I want you to understand that I have a respect for someone who's returned from the dead. Because it is perhaps my greatest fear of all.
I did not fear death, but now I do. It would have been fine to die, but in my time to die, and I would have been fine with it. Like it was that quiet, still nothingness that haunts me. That sits badly on my soul and conscience. It was just that fool of a father. Currency of hope in the face of desolation. It is a fool's endeavour.
Fools are common. I have seen my fair share try to enter our cities and fail miserably.
Yes, but a fool is a fool, and a fool is to be hated. They do not see to improve themselves. They bind themselves to what they are in the moment. Just as he binds himself to his past. His son is dead, a leech upon this world. And yet he holds affection still. It is a weakness in his heart.
You're a bundle of fucking fun, aren't you?
Perhaps then you would
He's the cheeriest bard I've ever met.
I imagine if you died in a house and then there was like, all this shit happening, you'd probably be bitchy too. So
Yeah, his songs
I
took a sharp left turn after that incident.
Oh, it's like from the Wedding Singer where he's like, he's singing on that happy song.
Everything sucks. I fucking hate you.
It just turns completely emo.
I saw I saw Arius being more like grunge for a little bit, and now he's turned emo, and it's like, whoa.
What were you going to say, Naroon?
I was going to say, if you think that a fool is one that worries about the past, then I am the greatest fool to ever grace your path.
You misunderstand. It is not to worry about the past, but to bind yourself to it. Life is about evolution in the self, constant progression, moving forwards. To hold yourself to your past is to shackle and chain yourself, and to not fight against it. That is my view and my belief. Does that answer and soothe your worries of me seeing you a fool?
It removes my worries of being seen as a fool. But there is someone close to me who perhaps you would see as a fool.
I see many a fool. I guess we'll go fall silent for a bit and just stare at Naroon out the corner of his eye.
Okay.
How well do you hold to a secret, Naroon?
I believe in a fair trade. A secret for a secret.
I was young, not even 10, I believe. I had no name, but the name I had given myself. The name I had been given. On the streets of Waterdeep, by myself. I had a friend, a sister, in many ways. I found her dead and beaten and bloodied as the rain fell upon the streets. Dead at the hands of the one I had let run free. They had helped me at one point, and so attached to the past as I was, I let them live when I should have killed them. In turn, they took the one person I had in my life. That's why you are a fool to hold to affection of the past.
Was their name Uncle Ben?
No. Unfortunately not. Yes. So you're a fool to hold to the affection of the past. It brings only pain upon you in the present.
Karen, what you say now is you go, with great power comes great responsibility.
I took my
Rice.
blade to that fool's neck, and I spilled his blood in turn upon the streets. That is why I see that father as a fool, why I see many as a fool. They tie themselves to the past, and they bring only pain upon themselves, and yet they do not recognize what it is they do. The pain they bring on others in turn as well, like that leech hidden in the basement. It is a fool's mind he has, a fool's heart.
So, after that very long conversation, you get to the... oh, okay.
Allow me to retort.
Hey, a secret
As
turn.
you have shared a secret with me, and I thought it is only fair
You'll
that
go
I
in 10
return.
minutes.
I know. Shush.
Pinky swear.
You're only going to make it worse by constantly interrupting.
Well, no, if you want to get darts...
Yes. So, I do not know how much you know about the society I am from.
No, little. I've met a few of your kind. Those
I
that
know.
escaped the matriarch.
I do not have that luxury of having escaped them. Yes, it is, James. I served the matriarch of my city. I served her well. Then I discovered that my sister had done something stupid. My twin, Mela. You see, the matriarch is entitled to whomever she wishes. And there was a proud fool of a man that had her fancy. Well, the fool had high beliefs that perhaps the matriarchy should be removed. My sister has a foolish belief. Our heritage is not entirely of the Underdark. And I have been against her decision to search for our ancestry. So when I discovered that she was sleeping with him, I naturally worried what would happen should the matriarch find out. So I killed him.
Impressive.
It was a fairly easy trick. A long affecting poison took him.
Clever. I approve.
It is the Drow way. And then, to stop her destroying her life even further, I framed my sister for the murder. She currently sits under the matriarch's temple, and I am here to see if what I did was right.
I will not give castigation upon you, Nehru, and I will not brand you in any way if that is what you're seeking. As you hold your secret, as you hold mine in turn. That silver piece you want from me, do you have it still? I'll pull out a silver piece in turn and hand it to you. A culture, a promise of mine. Cross upon with silver, and the bond is formed. Silver for silver.
I hand the silver over.
Hand it over in turn. Your secret will be held with me, and if I ever come to a conclusion in my own mind of whether you're right or not, I will let you know.
And I shall do the same.
Well then, you have darts to buy. Let's be off.
Yes.
Right, I guess we'll go to a break. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. So
and
don't
we won't have
touch
the Nehruin, so...
Yes.
Because the Nehruin is going for a blackout.
Yes.
Hashtag third world problems.
Come on, Escom. Come on, Escom. Your mother. Let me not say that on Twitch.
Alright, we'll be back in a minute. Don't touch that dial.